Good morning guys. Today is Wednesday. This video will be posted on Thursday. Friday we're getting installation done. The next week we're getting drywall done. So this house is actually gonna start looking like a legitimate house, like so soon. I'm so jacked. But what I wanted to quickly talk about today is what is the hardest thing with building a tiny house. Now you don't have to take this as just about building a tiny house. Take what I'm gonna be talking about as a metaphor for pretty well any type of endeavor that you take in life. Maybe you wanna build a business. Maybe you wanna just do something totally like extravagant and awesome with your life. And this is typically gonna be the hardest thing for most people. So the hardest thing for me about building this tiny house is learning how to take things one step at a time. One step at a time. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first single step. It's so easy to get overwhelmed and stressed out in our lives when we start to think too far into the future about how every single step is gonna go along the way until we get to that dream, until we get to that vision. Now let me clarify things. I think it's really important to focus on the vision of where you're going, but knowing exactly how you're gonna get there and knowing every single step along the way, that is extremely stressful and overwhelming because you don't know exactly how things are gonna happen. But what you do know and what you can do is that you can take one step at a time. When we just got the trailer and I first started building this house, I was more worried about the walls and the windows and like how am I gonna do all that crap. But I hadn't even built the floor for the house yet. Like you can't build walls and put windows in the walls when you haven't even built the floor yet. But that could also be taken as like having like a foundation for your life. You gotta have some. So instead of focusing on those things down the road that are weeks or months or years down the road that you don't even know how they're gonna happen, why are you stressing and worrying about those things that aren't even an issue right now when you should be focusing on the step that's right in front of you? So with this tiny house, you start with the floor, then you build the walls, then you build the roof, then you put the sheathing up, then you wrap the house, then you put the roof. There's so many steps along the way, and if you're thinking about all those steps without actually focusing on the one that's right in front of you, you can get stressed, you can get overwhelmed, and then that takes you away from the vision that you're creating or the dream that you want in your life. So this house has taught me to stop stressing out about things that are gonna happen 2 or 3 months down the road. I'm already trying to figure out things that I don't need to figure out. What I need to focus on though right now is what I'm doing in the house today, tomorrow, a few days from now, instead of focusing on things that are gonna be happening way down the road. And this is where a lot of dreams and a lot of visions get crushed. It's not because you can't do them, it's because you get so overwhelmed and stressed about what might happen, because you get so stressed and overwhelmed about how you're gonna do things that you might even not even have to do down the road, instead of just focusing on the things that you have to do today. So that is such a powerful lesson for life. Should still hold the vision and the dream of where you're going, but don't focus on all the steps to get there. Just focus on the step that you can take today. All right, I will catch you guys on the next video. Talk to you soon. Peace.